Hey, how's it going, everybody? Well. No doubt I've already been beaten to the punch with this. I kind of went for a nap, one of my famous naps, um, and ended up kind of like sleeping for like nearly 8 hours, 9 hours. And I woke up at like 11 o'clock this evening. I have been up today. I got up relatively early. Because I had to go and get my flu jab this morning. And then, yes, went through to about, what was it, maybe about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Went upstairs to just go and chill out, put something on Disney Plus. Next thing, I wake up and my bedroom is pitch black. And I didn't even know what the time was because I'd left my phone downstairs. I didn't know what the time was. I finally checked the time, and it was about 10ish in the evening, and I was like, oh, great, brilliant. So, yeah. So I know that I've been beaten to the punch by a couple of people, maybe making videos in regards to this announcement. But I had to make a video myself. Yes, okay, say if I'm jumping on the bandwagon, of course, it's TFNation we're talking about. I don't usually really start the video process, making process yet until they start making announcements for the next year's event. No doubt we might maybe with them announcing it's certainly happening, we may get maybe a couple of announcements for next year. But at the same time, they are also focusing on TFNation Minicon, which is the one-day event that they're doing in March of next year, which I am also hoping to try and make and attend. With it only being like a day event and I don't work weekends, it is a big possibility that I will be able to get there. And I've got my ticket already for it. I just need to sort out my accommodation, hotel, things like that. But yeah, TFNation 2023, the August official main 3-day event is back, people. Now, yeah, this news is fantastic news because I don't know if I actually mentioned anything of this in my thoughts video for this year's event, 2022's event. But basically they had a panel. They had a panel which was the very last panel just before the closing ceremony. Or was it after the closing ceremony? I can't remember. But anyway, the very, very last panel. And it was basically Ask the Team. It was basically Ask the Team panel, where all the guys, all the main people that organised the event, as well as all the volunteers and a majority of the people that was attending, that was still there at that time, were there. And it was basically an opportunity to ask questions and to basically just kind of, it's like a Q&A session to basically, and them talking about the event and such. And basically during that event, they kind of mentioned about basically because of the COVID situation, and with this year's event being the very first one for 2 years that was a proper physical event, because obviously they've been doing them virtually. They've been doing the 2 years on the trot doing virtual events, and there was a hell of a lot of, I'm not going to go into massive details, but there seemed to have been a hell of a lot of pressure on them and a lot of anxiety going around with hoping that there was still interest with TFNation as an actual physical convention. So there was a lot of mixed feelings and a lot of anxiety. But they didn't have to worry because they actually smashed it. They actually did. It was actually one of their largest attended conventions to date. I believe it even smashed the Stan Bush year as well in attendance, which just kind of shows that there is still a massive interest and want for TFNation to continue. And of course, myself, I'm speaking for myself here, I certainly do want TFNation to continue because it is a great event. It really is. And the announcement today, which is this poster right here, that now we kind of had an idea that they were working massively hard behind the scenes to try and hopefully that TFN 2023 will actually happen in August. But instead of announcing this event, 2023, in August, they announced the Minicon, which was the one that they have been actively working on behind the scenes for a little bit. But they kind of did give us a saying that, you know, they are working very hard and it depends on final numbers and all this kind of jazz, that obviously they will operate on final numbers and ticket revenue and all that kind of stuff, whether it will actually go forward or not. And obviously we finally got that announcement today. That we are finally getting TFNation 2023 in August. 3 days. I believe it's from the August 11th, 12th and the 13th, I believe. So yeah, very happy indeed to see them back for yet another year as a physical event. It's encouraging that they've obviously got the numbers, they've got some sort of help there. Whether it is the Minicon tickets that have helped them kind of achieve this, I don't know. I don't know how many people have actually bought Minicon tickets as of yet. I know I've bought one. I don't know about anybody else that I know, but part of me is thinking that the TFNation Minicon event ticket sales, maybe they've sold better than they thought, maybe. And maybe because they were kind of leaning towards TFNation Minicon being kind of this, kind of a possibility for a TFN 2023 in August to actually go forward. They were actually more or less, the reason why they did TFN Minicon for March is because they wanted to try and help get a little bit more revenue in so they can actually carry on running the event. So part of me is wondering that they've already kind of done very well with ticket sales, or it's got nothing to do with Minicon and they've just simply they've gone over the numbers again and they've noticed that, yeah, okay, we've actually smashed it, we actually did incredibly well, so we can put it on again for next year. I don't know what the process is. I don't work for TFN. This is just speculation on my side, on my end. But no doubt next year, no doubt when they do their Q&A, ask the team panel again in August, if they do it next year, no doubt they'll probably answer that question for us, if anybody asks the question, as to how it was achieved in the end or something like that. But yeah, I am really, really, really pleased, because it wouldn't have been the same going. I mean, yes, okay, we've got TFNation Minicon in March. Obviously, I keep mentioning that. You know, that's all fine and dandy and cool and all, but it's the August event that is more special for me, because obviously it's in August, it's perfectly situated roughly in our summertime, roughly right in the peak summer, and it's in Birmingham. It means more people can attend it. It's a lot more accessible for people from further afield in the UK and also further afield from other countries, because you've got other people coming from other parts of the world coming to the TFN as well. Manchester, I've already kind of seen people's thought process on the Manchester one, basically saying that TFN Minicon, that some people that are regulars for TFN will not be able to attend that because it's too far afield. And with it just being a one-day event, they don't know whether it's worth all that money to book a flight and so on and so forth in order to get there just for basically just for one day. Which I can understand, because people that live in Wales, Scotland and Ireland and what have you, it will be a hell of a slog for them to get there just for one day. But yeah, I mean, the one in August is a lot more accessible for a multitude of people. Because it's Birmingham, it's an international airport attached to the NEC, which is where we're situated. So they can literally just direct fly straight into that airport and they're there. They don't need to get a taxi or anything like me, for instance. I do need to get a taxi because obviously I go by coach. I don't need to fly to Birmingham, obviously. But for me, how I do it, I go by National Express coach, as you know, and I get there, and obviously the coach station's right in the city centre, just opposite the Bullring shopping centre. So I've only got two options, which is to either get a taxi from there straight to the hotel where we're staying, or just take a short walk through the Bullring and get a train from New Street to the International Birmingham Airport station, further up the track, which I have done a couple of times. But obviously this year's 2022's, there was the rail strike, so we wasn't really sure whether there'd be any issues with the trains. So we decided to just go via the taxi this year. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, very happy indeed to see the return of TFN 2023 as a physical event, the proper August one, as well as the Minicon in March. It's going to be a year of seeing people. It's going to be nice because I'm definitely going to go to the one in March as well as the one in August. It's just going to be really nice to see people again because, like I say, I only see people once a year in August. Majority of the people I only see once a year. That I've met and been friends with and talked to when I go to these events. So it's nice that hopefully I'm going to get 2 helpings of it next year. In 2023, I'm going to get 2 helpings of TFNation awesomeness. The one in Manchester, the Minicon, and the main one in August as well. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to 2023. It's looking like, just on TFNation events alone, it's looking to be an interesting year. But yeah, that's going to be me for today. So for all relative and necessary information in regards to 2023, check the description below. I will have the link to the website so you can go and check it out. And obviously tickets won't be on sale just yet. They won't be on sale for a little bit yet, I don't think. But no doubt any sort of announcements, any guest announcements, any further announcements in regards to either TFNation Minicon or TFNation 2023, the main one in August for next year. For any relative information for either of those 2 events, all information is on their website. So check it out in the description. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you, TFN and the people behind the scenes, for bringing it back. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I really can't wait to see most of you again, and to Billy and to Dave and to everybody behind the scenes. It's absolutely fantastic, and it's a testament to your hard work that this has come back again. That all those feelings that you had during the planning stages for this year's event, you didn't have to worry at all, did you? Really, you didn't have to worry at all, because end of the day, you know, you achieved what you wanted to do and to bring it back yet for another year, and you have. So, all power to you guys. You're awesome. So, see you soon. Bye bye.